So again, good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining us today from. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Nakeng Marita, and I have been anchoring this session since last year, 2025. If you're joining us for the very first time, or you are reconnecting again, um, from one of our other sessions, you're more than welcome to today's session. If it is the very first time you're joining us, this is Career Chats with Nangla, and this is a platform that just helps to address career-related challenges and provide support to people struggling or striving to close career-related gaps as they grow their careers. And often we do this through monthly webinars, and today is just one of them. We also do this through career coaching and mentorship. We also coach people as they prepare for exams. We review CVs. We design career goals and plans. So, in order to keep it very briefly and help us gain more time, I'm going to go directly to today's topic. And today we are more than happy to have one of those guests who has accepted or who has also deemed it necessary to come on board today and share with us his wealth of knowledge. So, I again would like to say thank you so much to Lawrence. It was just a single call, or text, and he accepted to be here today, and he kept to his words. So, Lawrence is going to take us through today's session, and we're going to be discussing how to win a scholarship. But before I go ahead to introduce who Lawrence is or let us know who he is, just a little bit of taking us through the ground rules or some housekeeping. Today we have interpretation. Again, shout out and many thanks to our colleagues who supporting us from the back with interpretation. If you look down, you would see the globe at the lower bottom part of your screen. You can click there to get interpretation into French. And also, we are hopeful that this is going to be a very interactive or participatory session. So please kindly use the reaction or raise your hand if you would like to ask questions as the session goes through, or we could also come to the end of the session and then we would open up a session for questions and answers. So for today's session, our agenda is going to look like this. We're going to go ahead and introduce our guest for today. He is going to take us through today's presentation. We are going to open the floor for questions and answers. We are also going to share with you an evaluation form, which is aimed to basically at helping us get your perspective, your views around what you thought about today's session, how we can improve it, and then maybe other topics which you think we can cover through other sessions, right? So, again, from recommendations, you would have noticed if you've been attending our sessions, you'll discover that from the recommendations of at the start of this year, we've been issuing attestations for participation. So this form also helps us to get your name and your email address through which we send your attestation to you um, after the webinar. So these are the basic reasons why we collect this information from you. And we're really looking forward to seeing you support us in this regard, in an effort to help us help you make our sessions even way better. So now let's dig into knowing who our guest for today is. So today we have with us Lawrence Mlay, who is an evidence-driven social protection specialist and scholarship mentor committed to turning data, policy, and lived realities into systems that protect dignity. With over 4 years of experience in government and donor-aligned programs, he has supported HIV sensitive and gender responsive interventions for women, youth, children, and persons with disabilities. He also analyzes large vulnerability datasets to strengthen targeting, inclusion, and accountability while applying digital tools for monitoring, um, safeguarding, and results-based decision making. Now, as a data scholar a Chevening awardee, yearly alumnus, and fellowship application reader alumnus. He empowers young people to craft competitive applications and access life-changing global opportunities with confidence and purpose. So today, Lawrence, thank you again. I don't know if you'd want to turn on your camera or colleagues, you see who's on the other side, who we have with us here today. Great. So thank you very much, Lawrence, for joining us today. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Marita. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, 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 good. How do you
Good.
feel being here today?
It was great. It's great, actually. It's Hannah. Thank you so much for contacting me and giving me this opportunity. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, good evening. Good evening. So now, before we get into Florence's presentation, we would like to know who's in the room. So please kindly use the chat in introducing yourself. Let us know who you are, where you're joining us today from, and then go to your LinkedIn, copy your URL, and attach that to your introduction. That way we can connect with each other and we can build our networks and maybe further learn from one another. So thank you very much, everybody. And we are going to go straight into our presentation for today. Lawrence, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Yep, let's go. Can
Yeah,
you can you see my screen?
yeah, I can see it.
Okay, let's go then.
Okay, everyone is seeing the screen. Yeah, I believe everyone is seeing. So good evening, everyone, once again. As she mentioned, Marita, I'm Lawrence, and I am a mentor for the Scholarship Award, and I mentor a lot of youth from different countries, especially in Africa, on how to send a competitive applications to the scholarship committee so that they can able to win or to stand out from the scholarship. Before we are going to start, I want to imagine like you are scholarship review and you receive almost like a 5,000 application and you only need 50 candidates. And most of them, they have a very good grade. They have a very motivation letter. They have a very good career. So how are you going to select? How are you going to make sure that you're going to get this 50 candidate out of the 5,000 applicant? Anyone, please, can give us anyone? You can just switch on your mic here and you can speak according to your idea.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. It's Eukaria joining. I'm from Cameroon. So for me, I think if I'm on the panel for review and everybody meets those criteria, one of the things I'll look at is the person who is able to make their experiences more personal and maybe aligned to the objectives of the program and our funding priorities. Maybe the past research we've done in other with other students. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good answer. Anyone? Before I'm gonna jump in. Yeah, thank you so much. The answer is great. Yeah, you are going to look to someone who have a very clear purpose and who have a very strong evidence, leadership potential, and who have make an impact to the communities. So when you are going to review the application of the someone who want to win either a scholarship, a fellowship, you are going to look for the either in the career first. You're going to look what did he write on the term of a motivation letter, in terms of the community impactability. Is he able to do any impact in the community? Or is she or he able to have an evidence? We need evidence, we need data, we need the statistic, we need numbers to show that you really know what you are doing, okay? So in order to stand out, you need to ask the 3 questions. That's the basic. Who are you? Okay, who are you? Okay, and what the problem do you want to solve before stand out? Okay, you want to be maybe a doctor, you want to be a researcher, you want to be a whatever, you want to be engineer, but who are you? Why you? Why we are going to select you? That's the first question, okay? Second question, what are you going to solve in the community? Okay. The last question, why should this scholarship invest in you? Because when you are going to apply for the scholarship, you're going to apply an investment. So those people, you want either one of the scholarship you apply for, you want them to invest on you. So in order to invest on you, they want to see your career perspectives, your leadership potential, your evidence, so that they can be willing to invest to you. So are you ready to be invested to this program? So I'm gonna direct to my slide in order to give out tips on how to make this kind of the very, very strongest application in order to win and to stand out from the scholarship. So I'm going to the first page. She explained, she introduced me, Marita. I win a different scholarship, and I was part of the different committee for the around the world. I win the Chevening Scholarship in UK to start the University of London School of Economic and Political Science, but I didn't go. I win the scholarship of DAD, it's called DAD, to do my master's in social protection and development in German under the DAD Helmut Scholarship, and here I am. Okay, I win another scholarship program called Young Africa Leadership Initiatives. It was in East Africa, Nairobi. Also, I was a Mandela Washington application reader. So if you know about Mandela, if you know about Yali, it's concerning about Mandela. So Mandela is someone who is just a program. You are going to US for 6 months. You're going to exchange ideas, go to start. It depends on what you want, for example, public service or public management or civil society engagement. So I was application reader. I was reading, analyzing, and recommending who is going to stand out for the scholarship. Another slide. Okay, so here I'm going to explain the strategies on how you are going to make sure that you are going to stand out to any of these scholarships. So first of all, you have to understand your strong purpose, why you want these scholarships, why you want to go to a particular country, why you want that program, why you want to go to that university to do that program. Maybe you apply for the Masters of the Public Health. Why public health? And why to University maybe of Glasgow or University of London or University of Oxford? Why UK? So you need to ask. So how is this going to help when you're going to achieve to have this master's degree? So you have to clear strong purpose of this, what you want to do, what you want to apply, okay? So that's the first. The second one is the program you are going to apply is right fit to you. Do you think it's fitting to you? Is it best for you to do that program you think you can apply? Okay. For example, is it match with your mission? Okay. For example, you want to be a public health so that you can be able to come back maybe to your country, either in Ghana, in Tanzania, in whatever. So to come back to have an evidence-based, maybe epistemology, something to have a critical data on terms of the health to help your community. So the program you are going to apply, is it fit for what you want to do? You want to become after 5 years, after 10 years? That's the second one. The third one, do you have evidence of the leaderships? So I can explain. Some of the scholarships here, they are different in terms of the grade. I know most of the people, they believe that scholarship it's only about grade. Nope. It's about evidence on leadership. It's about your impact to the community. It's about how are you going to convince them in order to give you scholarship so that you can have a clear, strong purpose. The program must fit or what you apply. For example, you apply for the public health. I expect your motivation letter or your essays direct link, speak something about public health. So instead of said, maybe I'm applying for public health, then you are speaking, maybe I have evidence, experience on doing maybe social work. Social work is related with the public health. Maybe you are doing arts, then you want to apply for public health. It's not related. So you're not going to stand out for this scholarship. You need to have a clear, the fourth one, you need to have a clear return plan. You need to show them, when are you going to come back? When are we going to see you after 5 years? When are we going to see you after 10 years? Okay, so that they can able to invest, because here you are going to ask for investment. They are investors, they are there, they are waiting for your application to see, are you fit for them to invest on you? Do you have this strong purpose, your career, you are right fit for the program, you have an evidence of the leadership, you have a clear return when you are going to do that. For example, there are the scholarship they want you, when you complete, you're supposed to come back to your country. I will explain those scholarship at the third slide. So they want to see, when are you come back, what are you going to do? Okay, so these are 4 strategies that you are supposed to have in your mind before thinking on apply any scholarship or any fellowships. Why you apply for this fellowship? You're supposed to have a strong purpose. You're supposed to have the right fit programs for you. You're supposed to do research to the different universities, the different maybe fellowship, what they want, what they need, what the eligibility criteria, so that you can be able to see you fit for the program. Then you're supposed to have an evidence leaderships. Whatever, either you did the leadership in school, you did a leadership in working experience, you did a leadership in whatever the case, but you need to show them. A leadership is not about having the position. No, it's just taking the responsibility of the program you are going to do. Be the first one. You are going to be like let me explain like this. For example, you want to do an advocacy. We need to see you are the one who initiate. Instead of saying we did this at the group, at the teamwork, you're supposed to say, I did this with collaboration with this one. You need to be selfish. That's the meaning of the scholarship. You need to show them you are the one you initiate. You can able to initiate something to the community to make them impact. Okay, that's the means. They want evidence. They need to see the numbers, the statistics. So I can explain later down with another slide. If you have any question, please. Okay, let me continue. So the 5 slides is I tried to show you the top 5 scholarship. This is very competitive scholarships, and it's prestigious scholarship. If you are getting these scholarships, you stand out from this scholarship. They have a lot of alumni, and your life is changing. For example, there is a scholarship known as Chivini. This is funded by the UK Governance and the International Development Corporation in UK. And this is scholarship. The main goal of this scholarship, they are looking for the future leaders and influencer who they can go to UK and start, and they can able to come back to implement what they get in the UK to make changes to the community in their account. And this scholarship, they want you to go to the UK to study for the 1 year, then to come back to your account. It must you to come back. You're not allowed to stay there. It's make you, after you complete your program, you're supposed to come back wherever you are in your community to implement something. And it's looking for the future leaders first. You're supposed to explain like you are a future leaders. It's looking for the post-career. You're supposed to have a very great and very competitive career plan so that you can able to stand out from this scholarship. You're supposed to show them you can able to building a network. they believing that if you want to succeed, if you want to do a clear project in your country, you need to collaborate with other people. So how are you going to collaborate if you don't know how to building the networks? So they want you, someone who she or he know how to build in the network, the strong network for the impact. That's the Chevening Scholarship. And it is very, very competitive. It's globally, and it's prestigious scholarships under the UK. There's another scholarship called DAD. They have different programs. They have leadership in Africa. They have DAD EPOS, and they have DAD Helmut Schmidt. DAD Helmut Schmidt is based on the public policy, governance, and social justice. If you are working on the public policy, if you are doing development studies, if you are working under the social justice, this is a right fit program, scholarship for you. But if you are based on STEAMs, like engineering, petroleum engineering, you are going to EPOS or environmental science. There is a program known as DAD EPOS. If you are about passionate to be a leader, the same, you are going to DAD. They have DAD leadership in Africa. So this is one of another prestigious scholarship. It gives you opportunity to go to German to start for 2 years. It depends on your program. There is a program for 1 year. There's a program for 2 years. And this is sponsored for the Masters and the PhD. It's for Masters and PhD, but for Chevening, it's for Masters only. It's not for PhD. So another scholarship is Erasmus Mundus scholarship. This is under European Union joint scholarships. It gives you opportunity to go to different university. For example, the program here is based on 2 years program. Okay, and it gives you opportunity to go maybe to study in 1 year maybe in UK, another year in France, or 1 year in France, another year in Europe, in Poland. But these countries are inside the European Union. So they give you opportunity to exchange the program. For example, if you apply for humanitarian actions, maybe you're going to have opportunities to study here in German, then you're going to have opportunity to study in Spain. And this, they are looking for the academic excellence, international mobilities through the universities around the Europe. So here they are looking for someone who have a very, very good GPA. Apart from GPA, you need to have other impacts to the communities. Like you need to have an impact to the community to stand out to these scholarships. Another scholarship is Commonwealth, is under UK, and this is provided for Masters and PhD, and is funded by the UK government. This is only for the Commonwealth countries, those countries which are colonized by British. So this is among of the program, and is target for the low and middle income, and it's only for the Commonwealth country to drive development. This is based on the development programs. So they have the list there, the masters and different universities. You're going to the website of the Commonwealth. So you are going to check which program is fit on you. They're based on development programs. So which is based on you. You're going to send the motivation letter to answer the essays to make sure that you stand out for this scholarship. I will show you down how to write the essay based on this scholarship. There is this Herbert Humphrey Fellowship. This is for mid-career, and it gives you opportunity to go to US and to do a 1 month and 1 year exchange program with a public institution, public services in UK. So it gives you opportunity to go to work while you are studying, to exchange idea between your country and the UK, what you was doing in your country, you are going to do in the UK, and to learn how are they doing their system. For example, if you are working on the social welfare, they give you a point to go to UK and do the same social welfare, but they will train you at the universities, and then they'll give you opportunity to go to the institution that's maybe hospital or any, they can give you the guarantee and they pay for you. It's full funded. You don't need to pay anything for both of this scholarship and fellowship. Another is Ireland Fellowship, that is for Africa only, and it's looking for leadership. Then they have the essays to write and to stand out. There is Bavaria Scholarship for STEAMs and the social science. This bachelor now a scholarship is for Poland, Poland. If you apply for this, you're going to study in Poland. It's funded by the Poland government, and it's only for the underdeveloping country, low and middle income, to support them to go to Poland to do either biotechnology, any STEM programs. There is another program called the Stipend Hungary. It's for bachelor, master's, and the PhD. You can be able to go to study in Hungary and do your master's, do your bachelor, do your PhD. There is another one, ICCR for India. There is China, we call it CSF. It's full funded. We're going to the top university in the Chinas. There is the MEX. This is provided by the Japan with the collaboration of the World Bank. So you are going to apply for the master's only. Last one, there is a World Bank joint program. This is the program which is give you opportunity to choose the university either in UK or in Japan, so that you can able to do development focused master's degree. And this is only for the master's degree. And this is the sum of the scholarship I mentioned. There is a lot of opportunities and fellowship. You can check on the Google. You can check the eligibility and you can send your application after the end of this workshop. You can understand how you're going to stand out from the scholarships. Another slide. Okay, another steps, I want to give you the steps on how to make sure you are going to write to make sure you are stand out for the scholarship. For example, if it's a Chevening, you understand now, Chevening, they are looking for the future leaders. They are looking for someone who is able to building the network. They are looking for a clear career planning, okay? And they want you to explain to them why UK, why not US, why not German, why not in other countries, why you choose to go in UK, okay? So you need to define. They have the essays. For example, they have the essays concern the leaderships. So then they need to hear from you. Are you a leader? Are you able to influence? Of course, you are a leader. Are you able to influence community? Are you able to influence your community so that you can be able to have a clear impact to the communities? Okay, you have to define very clear. And here, you have to define your problem very, very clear. I will just give you the strategy on how to write this problem in order for everyone to understand in which approach you can use so that you can be able to stand out to the scholarships or to the fellowships. Another, you need to check the eligibility criteria. So after understanding you want to do something, you want to change something, your community have this, you need to go to study this master so that you can be able to come back to do this to the communities. You should check the eligibility criteria. If they say they are looking for the women and you are not women, please don't apply because they are very strict. If they say they have age limit, please. If you are above that age limit, don't apply. If they are looking for the future leader, you have to make sure you fit yourself on the future leader. If they are looking for the development career programs, you have to make sure that you are going to do the program which is related to the development, either development study, policy and development, whatever the case, but you have to make sure that you read the eligibility criteria before applying. If they want a proof of English certificates, maybe they want IELTS or TOEFL, it depends. Some of them they request, some of them they are not request, but some of them they want proof from your university. If you did your bachelor degree by using English language as a medium of instruction. So you're supposed to go to your university to request for the letters that is going to specify you did your bachelor degree based on the English as a medium of instruction. Another is you're supposed to make sure that the program is matched with you. Your mission, not just follow the fund. Okay? You're not just, I'm applied because I want this scholarship. No. Is aligned with your mission? Is it aligned with your purpose? If you want to do public health, apply for public health. If you want to do development, you apply for the development. Make sure you are under their calendar, because some of the guys, they put the calendar, they know this time is for submit application, this time is for the interview. You have to make sure that you yourself, before submitting the application, you arrange yourself, your documents, you write you write very good, strong motivation letter. You write very strong essays, formats, the question they ask before the deadline, so that you can able to get a time to look for someone to try to review your essays or your motivation letters. Another one is prioritize. Okay, quality over quantity. Some of people, they believe that to write a lot is opportunity to get the scholarship. That's not true. You can write a lot, but you're not going to stand out. It depends. Do you write qualities? Okay. Do you send a very strong application? Is it having, even you can write, maybe they ask for 500 words. For example, you are going to write 300 words. If you write something which is very quality, very strong, you put numbers, statistic, you show the realistic, you show them like you are a real leader they are looking for, you're going to stand out. To write a lot is not to stand out for the winning of the scholarship. That's the fifth strategy for you to have it before starting apply for any scholarship or any funding or any fellowship. Because here is you can apply this in any funding. Either you're going to write a proposal to request for the grant, or either you're going to apply for the scholarship, or either you're going to apply for the fellowship. So you are going to have to understand that you need to have defined problems clear. You have check the eligibility criteria, filter it, match your mission, calendar before the deadline. Supposed to make sure that everything is sorted out 1 week before the deadline. Then you are supposed to prioritize things, make it qualities, not quantities. Another slide. So here, how to winning the scholarships. As I mentioned, there is a scholarship they are looking for the excellent GPA. Like if you apply for Erasmus and your GPA is not good, sometimes it's not easy for you to stand out, because this is based on academic excellence, and then they are going to look on your impactability to their communities. What did you do, and the why to invest on you. Then they are going to look in terms of the leadership perspectives. Then they are going to finalize in terms of your career. Your career, it's one of the last, but it's very, very important part of the application. So for the first, they are going to look for the academic readiness. But there is a scholarship. They are not part of academic, but they are part of the leadership. They are part of development. So they need to hear from you, or they need to see in your documentation on your application, either in motivation letter or the answer question they ask for you. They need to see, are you able to make impact to your community, to stand out to your communities? That's what they are doing. For example, if you have a first class to second lower class, you can able to get the scholarship. In this scholarship, for example, UK Chevening is very competitive scholarships, very, very competitive. It's globally, but it's not based on the career or on the academic excellence. They want you to apply for the scholarship difference, and then you are going to the university. You are going to apply for the program you want. For example, you are starting to apply the scholarship. For example, you want to do maybe a Master of Public Health, maybe University of Glasgow, a Master of Public Health. They are allowed you to do 3 choices of the program. So then you are going to send the application, different application, scholarship application, and then the admission application. They want, when they are going to call you for the interview, they want to hear from you, like, I'm already having University of this one, I mentioned there, and University of Glasgow, maybe I'm already having the admission, maybe conditional admission or unconditional admission. So, and they make sure that when you are going to win the scholarship, they will request you to submit from your top 3 universities you apply for the scholarships. They need to one of them which you get admission, and it's supposed to be unconditional. That is part of the Chevening. But in terms of the DAD scholarships, They want you to submit all documents to the university. So the universities are going to give you opportunity to nominate you to the DAD Scholarship Committee. So you're going to have a two different interview. The interview by universities, so that they can give you admission and they can nominate you to the scholarship committees. And this is very competitive because you need to stand out to the universities. They don't need to stand out to the scholarship committee because they're going to interview you. They're going to, they want to see you, they want to hear you, they want to see who they are going to invest on. That's the first one. There is a professional impact. They want to see your professional impact. Here, they want to see numbers. They want to see statistics. Don't write your essay, your motivation letter without quantifying numbers, without give me numbers, give me statistics, give me percentage. Okay, so show me you did impact. Maybe you went to do advocacy in the community. Show me how many people they attained. So how many people they able to understand what you did. Show them in terms of numbers or statistics. Don't writing like I did this without numbers. No, they want to believe. They believe on numbers. They believe on the statistics, the percentage. So show them the clear professional impact you did. Another is leadership records. So as I mentioned before, they need someone who is leader, not only about position, it's about what did you do in the certain program as you yourself, not we as a team. It depends, maybe you was under the team in doing certain project concerning maybe the HIV, concerning the vulnerability, concerning the advocacy of the COVID-19. So apart from the team as you, what did you do? What did you done? What the impact you make? What did you learn from the project, from the community you are working together? So they need to see those kind of information to your application in order to stand out. Without this kind of information, you're not going to stand out. Another is they want to see selfish, somebody who he can advertise in. It's like selling yourself to them. Maybe I went to Cameroon, and in Cameroon, maybe around 10% of the students maybe are not going to school. Just give me 10%. Okay, what did you done? That's the situation you explained there. So what is your responsibility? What is your responsibility? I was able to meet maybe with sure you have a clear networking, you connect with the people, and you explain very, very strong impactabilities, compare with the numbers, with the statistic, compare your story. They want to see your future in your essays. That is last, but it's a very, very important because they want to see where are you going to invest. They want to see your clear career plan. Don't say, I want to be a president. Show the realistic on the leadership essays. Just follow the structure. They want to see, for example, if you want to be the president, they want to see your essays like you explain, you was able to meet those big politicians, to collaborate, to volunteering, then you are going to become the president. Don't say you want to be a president, then you was at the work and experience or leadership records, you explain you was being maybe public health, communities, you don't have any perspective of the politics of your country. That is not realistic. They want something which is realistic. The career which is realistic is related to your mission. If you are doing a public health, just explain from the starting point of the essay. You want to do a public health, they have to understand the clear situation based on the public health. Then just go down for the same information, don't change. Then at the end, just give me the career plan that is related for the previous informations. You want to come back to do maybe public advocacy, maybe in terms of the malaria, whatever, in terms of the HIV, whatever the case, but they want something which is related of what you are doing. But if you want to switch, maybe you was doing advocacy, maybe you was doing business administration, maybe you want to go to do maybe information and technology, something like IT or in a business program, but you don't have perspectives or experience of the business program, you need to show them why you want to switch from public health to business. Okay, you need to show them why you want to switch in your motivation letter and why it's important. Where did you see the gap in the business? Why you are going to do business? How is it going to help you for the 5, 10, or future years? Where are we going to see you when you are going to have this business program career or business master's degree or business, whatever the PhD? They want to see where are they going to see us after 5 years or 10 years. So you need to be very, very clear and very, very precise and very quantified numbers in terms of professional impactabilities, what you did. Other slide. Okay, here I'm going to give you the strategy and the approach we always use and we stand out. First, we have this approach called the STAR approach. STAR approach is an approach which is just S is standing for situation, T is standing for task, action, result, and learning. What did you learning? So when you are going to explain, when you are going to write your essays, you need to, or when you are going to have an interview, you need to show them your STAR approach. Give them the clear situation. What's happening in the communities where you are? Show them you are there. Okay? You are there. And what's happening in the communities when you are there? What the impact on the situation you saw there? Maybe give them numbers, give them statistics. Maybe 50% of the youth that was affected with HIV/AIDS. Just show them numbers. Around of this, they was unaware on how to protect themselves. Just show them numbers from the starting point. Then you come up, you're going to explain what is your task toward the situations. Don't explain the situation concerning maybe the HIV. Then you are going to give me the task on just simple, I write a proposal. No, show them what did you do as you? What is your responsibility? Okay, so what you was doing, like in terms of the, for example, you are doing a project with the people, maybe 10 people, 10 in terms of the COVID-19. You explain maybe the situation of the COVID-19. Maybe it was give them awareness. Okay, you give them the clear situations. Okay, then show them where did you stand on the situation in terms of with your team. Maybe you initiate, maybe whatever, maybe like to help to wash the hand. Maybe you tell them, maybe you need to collaborate. You need to show them as you. Make sure you use, I did something, we did something, I collaborate. Okay, I was the one who initiated something to these programs that they want to hear. You, not we did this, we did this. No, they want to hear you. Where were you when the program is doing, when we trying to solve the situation? Okay, action. What is your action? For example, the situation, your responsibility to make sure that people, they are aware with the HIV, maybe HIV or COVID awareness. Okay, what was the action? Maybe your action was maybe to formulate a small group that is going to help you to make sure that you are going to deliver what you have. Maybe your action is you was collaborating with your team leader to make sure that this project is sent out, by make sure that these people, they are going to understand, maybe by a small group, by storytelling, it depends, whatever you are going to like. And you need to show them you are the one, you did it. Not they did, we did, that's you. Another one, result. What the result after that? Here, I'm supposed to show them number, statistics. Give them the clear result. Give them maybe around, maybe you explain in the situation, maybe 7% they are unaware of maybe COVID-19. Then come here, tell them maybe 20% they are aware of the COVID-19 and they was ready to washing their hand and to follow them and to give, you have to show them percentage, give them numbers and the statistic. Like apart from that, you have to tell them what did you learn from the situations. Maybe you're learning on how to problem solving, you're learning teamwork, on how to work with your team, you like communication skills, on how to communicate with the team. You need to show them clear. In addition to this, what we are looking most to the STAR approach when we are reviewing your application, we are looking for the challenges. This is, I'm gonna adding to you, the challenges. You can explain situation, task, action, result, and learning. But did you face any challenges during the implementation of this program? For example, you went to the communities to explain about HIV/AIDS. That's a situation. Maybe they have higher numbers of HIV/AIDS to the youth. Okay, then you went there. You are responsible to make sure these people they understand the HIV awareness, and you make sure that they are going to follow the safety on how to protect themselves. Then, okay, your action. You formulate a group with a number of the people. You work with the community leaders. You work with the regions. Okay, you actually then you have the results. Then you're learning what the challenges did you face. The challenges are supposed to show me when you are going to maybe when you was trying to solve the problem. Okay, there is something arise, either culture resistance. Maybe the community they resist for what you was telling them. Maybe in terms of the protect themselves, they don't want maybe to follow what you are doing, and you have to show us in your essays how did you overcome these challenges to make sure that your action and result are going to have a result. Like you cannot do something that's a slope. There is a mountain. There is a, like you cannot say I'm done something without any challenge. No, they want to hear challenges. How did you overcome those challenges? That's the way. That's the place you are going to stand out on terms of this, on how to write STAR approach. But lastly, in addition, they want to hear story. Make sure you give me your story. Means write to me your storytelling up. Give me your story in your communities, in your family. Just give me a story. I want to hear a story. I have a lot of application. I have maybe 1,000 or 10,000 of application. I need maybe 2 or 3 or 50 applicant to stand out. So you are going to explain like CV, I did this, then, it's not going to give me attractive. Make sure the reader is going to be attractive for what you write. Give them something, maybe emotion, maybe you face something in situation which is very difficult. Maybe you have your personal story, maybe your family or your community, your friend. Try to have a very narrative and very great story, but make sure you're going to follow the STAR approach. But addition, make sure you're going to give me the challenges you face. Because when you are coming for the interview, the first question I will ask, okay, you did this, and what the challenges did you face? Because I remember during the interview of my Chevening scholarships, the first question after telling about yourself and why Chevening, they asked me, what the challenges did you face during the implementation of these programs? You're supposed to show them you are the one who write the essays. So in order to show them the one who wrote the essay, you're supposed to show them you are the real one who implements the program. So even if you are lying, they are going to know this guy is lying. So make sure you stand out to write something which is very clear situations. Your responsibility must be clear. Your action, the challenges you're facing, the result, lesson or learning, but make sure you give me the story. It's going to give you to stand out from the winning scholarships. Give us a story. Give us a very clear story. Okay? Any story, but I'm gonna be attractive. I'm gonna remember, okay, there is a story based on this and this. I can able to come back and revise again your scholarship, your application, say, okay, let me put this aside or revise again, Just mention, don't mention, explain, just I did this, I went here, I go to these communities, I do this, I went to this conference. Then we have your CV. Why you want to tell us went to the conference? Then after went to what did you do? Okay, so you have to show me the clear structured storytelling approach. Use it, but make sure you stand out by using STAR approach. At the end, give me the lesson learning from the program. I just mentioned the sample here down. Like in my second year, I was doing social welfare. So I was just another issue I'm going to add in your story. Just give me the name of the people. Give me the name of the area. Give me the name of the who collaborating with, because it's going to give you to stand out. It's going to make sure that you are the real, you know what he was doing. For example, maybe he was doing a certain program in Cameroon, maybe in any community. Just mention the communities. Give me the year. In 2023 or 2025, I working at maybe social welfare in Iringa, maybe in Cameroon, under the Ministry of Health. We went to these communities and we did this and this. And at this community, we come to realize that there is this and this. So make sure the story is very, 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 very good, and it relates to what you want to apply for. Next slide. Okay, here I'm gonna give another approach. This is a SMART approach, and this is only for the career planning. But if you are writing for motivation letter, if you're answering for essays, like question in the essays, make sure you're using STAR approach, because this is the best and the storytelling approach. But if you are going to write the career, I put this in the last one because always career question is the last question in any interview and in any scholarships. But it's carry a lot of weight in terms of selecting you. You need to show the specifics of the project you are going to do. Give us the gap. Where did you see the gap in your country? Okay. You need to give me the measure. I can measure your career, maybe after 10 years, after 5 years. Just write. Very, very good. For example, most of us, we are writing the career as general, but the career is supposed to be the immediate when you come back from the program. The mid-career, maybe from 5 years to 10 years. Then the long-term career from 10 years to go onward. You need to show the clear structure of this. You need to give the immediate when you come back. You need to show them the short and medium career from 10 years to 5 years. You need to tell them the long-term career. Maybe the long-term career, you want to become a president, it's okay. But the mid-term career, you have to show us you want to collaborate with the political institution, doing some things, you have initiatives, show them there. In first career, you need to show them that you are doing you come back, you implement this, like make sure that you are working with them during the political campaign to learning from them, those kind of. Make sure you give them the number, but make sure that you are returning to the specific scholarship. For example, make sure you show them you are going to collaborate with them. You know, for example, Chevening, they have a Chevening community. It's a big community. Make sure that you say you are going to collaborate with them. There's the British Council. They say they are going to collaborate with British Council in a project. Make sure you show them you are going to work with them when you come back. They want to see how are you going to implement your program? How are you going to work with them? Okay? Make sure you show them the realities of your career. Don't write a career. I want to do this. Maybe I have the project. I have my own project. I want to do maybe a project concern the empowerment woman in the community, in rural communities. Maybe after starting the project, after coming back, you are going direct to the project. No, you need to show us the mid-career, maybe 1 year to 2 years, 3 years. What are you going to do based on the projects? You're going to look for the people who are experts in other things. We're going to make sure you collaborate with other departments in your community, in your communities. We're going to make sure that you analyze the impactabilities and what the what the impact of the project on the future. You're going to analyze the target of your project. Just show them. Then 5 years to 10 years, show them you are going to do you're going now to go deep on your implementing your project. Here, I'm going to show them, maybe you collaborate with community leaders, maybe you collaborate with themselves, Chevening or DAD or any European Union, whatever. Just make sure that if you are not going to show, maybe you collaborate with European Union, it's not easy. But even your school, your college, your school, your professors, if you want to be, you're planning to come to after to maybe to Ghana to do a research concerning the cash transfer in Ghana, make sure you collaborate with a professor who they was teaching you in the university where he was doing the program, where they was investing on you. They are going to invest on you. Achievable. How is this going to achievable? How is it going to be achieved, your career? How are you going to make sure that your career is going to be implemented and achieved? You're not going to work alone. You're supposed to work with the people. Show them you are going to work with them. Is it relevant? That's what I told you. You have to be very specific. For example, when you apply, I explain for the public health. Just explain, maybe you want to do maybe a project containing any project concerning public health. You need to be very specific, but you need to show the gap. Where do you see the gap in your country? From the gap, give us, is it measurable with your career? From which year to where you're going, you can implement your program. Is this relevant to what you told us before? You told us you have experience working with maybe public health. You are supposed to tell us in your career, because you did that experience is going to help you to make sure that your career is turned out. Do you understand? Here you are supposed to do a lot of research concerning your career. Addition to that, make sure you're going to give this number. Give us statistics. Maybe around of the 6 people in your community, they are not doing this and this and this. That's why you come up with that project. That's why you come up with that research. You're going to do research, or you work to the certain research institute, or you want to be a director in your company or in your organization you work. So make sure you show them. If you want to be a director, make sure you show them that you are able to collaborate with them. You are able to building the networks so that you can be able to become a director. You need to show them, give them the number, give them the realistics of the project. Is it relevant to what you want to be? Don't explain you want to be a director, maybe of the research institute, and you're going to explain the issue of the advocates and public health, something like, no, you have to go deep. In terms of the mid-career, you have to go to know how you're going to be, maybe to use an evidence-based data to make sure that you're going to analyze and synthesize the data concerning your organization. You're going to help them to do an evidence, to give them recommendation of which policy is going to be based. Show them that kind of. You're going to use the skills you got from either wherever you are doing that. You're going to do your program, whether in UK or in any country, in Germany. Just make sure that you are going to show them the relevant. Another one is time. That's the last one. What the time you're going to do your goals. Make sure it's time manageable. That's why I told you, you have to arrange from the short term, mid term, and long term. Give us number. How many numbers you wish to go impact. For example, you want to do impact concerning the cash transfer in certain communities. So make sure that just give the number. Maybe in mid-term career, you want to meet maybe 500 people. In long-term career, you have to do maybe 1,000 or 5,000. It depends on you. Then in long-term career, make sure you're going to show maybe you're going to do in certain community or in certain region. But your project must be very specific and very measurable and very achievable, relevant and realistic in time. That will be stand out for this to win this any scholarship or fellowship, make sure you show them you really want. They can invest on you, because without career plan, we are not going to invest on you. Of course, you have a leadership potential, you have everything, but if you have failed to explain your career plan, they're not going to invest on you, because they think like you are going to waste their time when you come back. But if you're coming up with a clear career plan, with all this approach, they can able to invest on you. Okay, last question.
Yeah.
Last slide.
Yeah, thank you very much. We left with just 2 slides to go. I hope we are able to run through it so as to be able to catch up with time. Thank you very much for how you're taking this so far, Lawrence. I hope we are able to run through the leftover slides a little quickly. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This slide is just showing the documents that they're going to request. It's dependent on the scholarship. And another is targeting list approach on the research, CV, refreshment and transcript, drafting the essays, references they're going to request, and they're going to request for you in how to make sure the checklist is they need valid passport, academic certificates, CV, recommendation or strong reference. This is supposed to have it, because it's going to give you to stand out, because some of scholarship, they want a strong recommendation letter. And make sure that the one who is going to recommend you is supposed to know you, supposed to know what you write on your essay, is supposed to know your project, so that they can able to recommend you. If you can't do that, make sure you talk to him. Maybe you are the one who is going to write the recommendation and then send to him to verify, so that they can able to recommend by using what you write. It's going to base on your career. Make sure you have your motivation essays, or letters. Some of them they call public, they call the personal statement. It depends wherever you call it, but make sure you have it and it's readable. And some of them they request of proof of the English language, either IELTS or TOEFL. Some of the requests for the employment or volunteering, but make sure you put the volunteering in your CV. Some of them they request for it. For example, if you apply for Swedish scholarship from Sweden, they will request employment and the volunteering evidence. So you're supposed to have this. But if you apply for achieving, they're not requesting for volunteering or all this. They're going to see this on your how you're going to answer the essays. They're going to ask you to just show your working to write them your working experience, and make sure your working experience you write on the portal is related to what you're going to write on your essays. Okay. Another one, they're supposed to have strong motivation. No? Okay. Another is CV. You make sure that your CV is very, 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 very good. Don't use verb as verbs. No, you are supposed to use action verbs. Show them you lead something, you collaborate, you support. Use action verbs to your responsibilities. Okay, show this, put numbers, put statistics, put impact on the CV. It's very easy to stand out, but don't use only for the verbs. No, just use the action verbs. Make sure you have your valid passport. That's one of the criteria to any scholarship. You need to have a passport. It's going to stand out. Without passport, you cannot stand out. How are you going to go to UK without passport? It's not possible. Addition to that, you are supposed to make sure that, for example, if you apply for Chevening and you wrote the essays, maybe leadership essays, they have networking essays, they have why UK. Why UK means you're going to explain why you had to go to UK and why you had that university and why that program. So you have to know that you're going to do research on the university, do research on the program, right? Why UK? The last question is going to be career. Why are they going to invest on you? Make sure you show them your career plan using SMART approach. But at the end, find the Chevening alumni, either 1 or 2, the one who is already awarded the scholarship, so that they can able to review your essays and to give you where you're supposed to improve and how you're supposed to improve, what to remove, what to add. This is going to make it to stand out. That is a very, 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 very important. For example, you apply for DAD, go to the LinkedIn look for the alumni of DAD, the lot, ask them to review your essays, ask them to review your documents before submitting, and submitting before the deadline, 1 week or 3 days. Just keep yourself time, but make sure you're not going to submit on the deadline, because during the deadline, everyone wants to submit. Maybe the system is going to shake. That's another problem. You're not going to be able to submit. Either there is a system failure because of the overloaded of the people that want to submit during the deadline. So you're supposed to submit before the deadline to avoid this kind of situation during the deadline. Another slide. The last one. So what you're supposed to avoid during the writing this either motivation letter, answering the essays or grant. Don't use generic motivation, means generic like don't use generic like you are going to help your country. No. Or maybe in this program you want to do this. No. Make sure you are going to be more specifics to the what you are going to do. Show the specifics of the project you want to do. Why you are going to do this kind of, don't say we are going to help the country, maybe you're going to give the data country, maybe Tanzania, maybe have the highest number of HIV AIDS. So you're going to know, we want to see you in our community first. Show us your community, give us specifics. What are you going to do as you? Don't use generalize things, no. Or don't just copy the document or the question, just paste on ChatGPT, then ask ChatGPT to write for you, then just come and no. ChatGPT is very good for revising, for make arrangement, for check the grammar and the correction. It's depending how you're going to instruct the ChatGPT. But don't ask ChatGPT to write for you. It's going to write for you something which is not related to your career, and it's going to it's going to generalize. It's not going to be more specific to what you want. Sit down, write your essay, make it specifics with your own grammar, with your own English. Put on the ChatGPT so that they can able to arrange, to make sure your grammar is fit, to use your action verb, to use your very good word of expression. There is a word of expression there. You're supposed to see it. Another thing is avoid weak recommendation. That's what I told you. The one who is going to recommend you is supposed to know you. I remember I reviewed the application for someone who want to go to US by Mandela Washington Fellowships. The lady was turned out, the essay was very good, very, very good. And the impactabilities essays career was very excellent, perfect. At the end of the time, we come to the recommendation letter. The one who recommend her, it's another issue. So she didn't stand out because the only recommendation is because of someone who recommended her. She didn't know her well. Just write as to make sure that she already recommended it, nothing else. But make sure the recommendation someone who is going to recommend you, he know you very well. Either sit with him or with her to write the recommendation, or write to yourself so that you can able to send out and send to him to put in the headed paper, headed letter, signature, and stamp, so that you can able to send out. Make sure you put on the headed letter of the organization. That's what going to make sure your recommendation letter is going to stand out. Another is make sure someone who is recommending you, if he is not having the organization email, is supposed to put in the headed letter. That's very, very important to make sure that we are going to agree, okay, this is, but if he have a organization email and he want to recommend, make sure you talk to him or to her to recommend you on term of the organization email, the way he or she work. They have the organization email. So make sure the organization email is going to recommend through that. So you can able to say, okay, this is someone who's working in this organization, he recommended on this. So that is, if you're working on you want your supervisor in your organization to recommend you, make sure he use the organization email, not Gmail. That will be very perfect. No number in the leadership, please avoid it. Put number in the leadership, quantify your number, everything I mentioned before. Make sure it's clear in the understandable. Me, before I'm going to review your essay, I'm going to look for the numbers first. The numbers, I'm going to see, did you put the numbers? Is it realistic? Do you have names of the people? Do you have names of the place? So you can write to me a very good story, but without numbers, you're not going to stand out. Submitting on the last day. That's what I said. No, please avoid to submit on the last day. It's going to ruling or to make sure that you're not going to get, because it's going to have over system failure and everything. So in order to avoid, submit at a time before the deadline. No clear return, as I mentioned on your career plan. Show them you want this investment, you want this scholarship. You are really fit for this program. You are really fit for this scholarship. Okay. Make sure show them your clear return planning. That's in your career. When you're planning back to come back to your account, what are you going to do? And last, make sure that you are telling the true story. Even if you're going to lying to us or to any selection committee, they are going to get you during the interview. So they're going to ask you the question based on what you write to your application, and then you're not going to explain. You're going to fail to explain to them. So they're going to understand, okay, you are not the one who write the essay. If with someone writes for you a essay, I don't advise someone to do that. But if it's someone, make sure you read the essay very well. Make sure you understand what he write there. And you cannot explain something someone writes. It's best to write yourself so that you can be able to explain, because you know what you write. That is the best. Thank you so much. Maybe I will welcome Marita for the question. If there is any questions, I can elaborate.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lawrence. And I think you have a last slide. You want to speak to this before we turn it over for questions and answers?
Girl, you know what? I have your mind again.
Lawrence?
Blow my mind.
Yes.
Yeah, I see you have this last slide that talked about the action plan. I think this might have a correlation with the checklist you had shared earlier. So maybe you want to speak to this before we flip it over for questions and answers.
Oh, this is actually all of this I'm already explained to the previous slides. For example, scholarship fits for your profile. I mentioned before, you need to make sure the program you're going to apply or the scholarship you're going to apply is fit on what you want to do. For example, you want to be a future leader, or you want to do something maybe concern public health, concern anything. Just make sure you fit for the profile. The program you're going to explain, make sure you fit for that scholarship. Check the mission of the scholarship, what they are looking for, then apply. Make sure it is storytelling map. That's what I explained. This is the action. How are you going to write the essay to make sure you're going to submit before the deadline? So you make sure you check the profile, day 1, day 2, the mission, then drafting essays, understanding what I explained using the STAR approach or the SMART approach. Check your referees and polish your CV if you need to, if they're requesting for CV, and at the end of get the feedback from someone who is already reviewed your essay. Then before deadline, make sure you submit.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
Now go and win.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lawrence. This was just a lot of information. And I'm also very hopeful that colleagues have been able to pick a thing or two from the session. So the floor is now open for questions and answers. We just have like 10 minutes to close it up. We are a little bit overboard with time. So please, if you have a question, feel comfortable to raise your hand and we'll just call you up to turn on your mic and ask your question. Also, if you don't mind, you could also use the chat if you're not comfortable you're turning on your microphone. So the floor is now open. Thank you so much, Lawrence, for doing justice to this session. Over to everyone. The floor is open for questions and answers. You could just raise your hand. If you have maybe just a contribution, you're still very welcome to making contributions. Okay. Right. I see we do not have any questions. I'm checking the chat. There are no questions in the chat. There are also no hands raised. Should I assume it was perfectly understood? We will also be sharing the recording to the session once ready on the WhatsApp group. So just in case we do not have questions, we could always go back to the recording to follow through again if you will be applying for any of these scholarships for 2026, 2027 academic year. Okay. So please, I've just shared with us in the chat the link to the feedback form. Kindly fill this form. It is with the use of this form that we will be able to share with you at the stations. Please do not share this link. At the end of the session, we are going to be closing submissions using the form. You will not be able to submit again as soon as it's about 15 minutes after the meeting, after the webinar. So please kindly share with us your feedback using the link which we've shared in the chat box, what you think, and then we will be able to use this, your name, to provide you with feedback. Yes, Julius. Julius, I see your hand is up. Please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hi, Marita. Hi, Lawrence. Thank you so much for the presentation. I just have a question. Sorry, I was very, very late, more than, I think, almost half an hour because of some difficulties which were beyond my reach, I think. My question is maybe, I don't know, maybe you said something about that, but I just want to draw your attention. I want to ask, was a presentation, was it tailored to a particular, how can I put it, to a particular level, or is it a general? Was it a general presentation for the all scholarships? I mean, like maybe junior level, intermediate, or senior level. I think that's how I wanted to put it.
Okay, thank you very much. Laurie, do you want to take this?
Yeah. Thank you, Julius, for the question. The program was based on the how to win the scholarship. So the scholarship is any of the scholarships. So that's why we did this, and we explained some of the scholarship here. I think it was late, and they give you how the scholarship, what the mission, what they want, and a little bit like expression the goals of the scholarships. So that's it. It's all on the scholarship. If you apply for the PhD, for the master's, and for the bachelor, but for the PhD, it's different. It's different from this, but for the master's and the bachelor degrees. For the PhD, they have all difference on the research proposal on how to look for the professor. That's all. But when you are going to write all of those motivation letters, supposed to follow the structure I was mentioned here. Thank you. I think I answered your question.
Julius, are you comfortable with the response? And also,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, great. So again, we're going to share with you. Let me know, you could write me and I'll share with you the link to the WhatsApp group where we share reminders and recordings for sessions, because I can't promise that I will send it individually. But if you're part of the group, once the recordings and the presentations are shared, you will be able to go through the presentation again and it would help you even understand better. But also note that the same methodology that has been shared here will definitely be applicable to every other, or to most, at least 90% of other scholarships you might come across, right? So the tips somewhat cut across the board. Okay.
All right. Wonderful. That's so nice.
Thank you. So anyone else? Any other question before we call it an evening or a day? Any other question? If any other one, please raise your hand. So again, just as a reminder, in the chat box, we've dropped the feedback form. Please kindly share with us your feedback. Also, do not share this link. Just feel for yourself. Please, interpreters, kindly feel as well, so that in another 15-20 minutes, we are able to restrict submissions so we can, as fast as possible, process attestations and send out. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, Lawrence, for great presentation and for the amazing session you delivered today. Thank you very much, everybody, for your participation. It is my hope that you were able to learn a thing or two from today's session. And as always, we're going to share with us the recording and also the presentation. Thank you very much. Lawrence, any final words from you?
Uh, Thank you very much for everyone to join this program, and I wish you guys all the best in the scholarships application. And if you want to review your scholarship, you can check me on LinkedIn. That's my name. I can able to assist wherever. If you have any question, if you apply for any scholarship, you get any challenges, just check me on the LinkedIn. Just text me inbox. I'll able to reply and help you. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. The scholarship is coming next, I think from this September to December, they're going to open this, most of the scholarships, they're going to open until December. So be ready, send the application right well, your motivation letter sent to me. I can review for you, I can give you the feedback, and wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, Lillian. Hey, Lillian, good to see you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Yvette. Thank you so much. Good to see you. So, thank you very much, everybody. This has been it for today. We've over we got to overshoot on our timing, but I know that information is definitely relevant and will be very helpful. Again, Lawrence is very accessible. He's a very responsive person. He's one of the most easy guests I've worked with. So please kindly reach out to him. Again, bottom line, when you prepare for the scholarships on time, it also helps you to prepare, correct the errors, take off the commonly made errors, find strategies on how to improve them. And we are all very lucky to have Lawrence on the other side. And he has been on the reviews team as well. And I guess his network, he can be able to tap into his network to see that you have the best of support that you might be looking forward to. So thank you very much again, everybody, and to our colleagues, the interpreters at the back end. Thank you very much for the amazing work you do always. To our partners, um, Psychogarnison, Pixelmuse, ASTI Students Association, Sankofa. Thank you very much for your partnership and collaboration. And in our July session, we are going to be looking at another interesting topic. Our guests are ready and they're already doing background work. So we are promising to continually provide you with the most relevant information. But up until then, thank you very much for coming across today, and we look forward to seeing you in July. So bye, everybody.
Guys, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome, Dr. Yvette. Thank you for your continuous support.